Well, it's showtime, folks. It really is showtime. I'm quite surprised actually, as to how many people out there are continually asking, "What should I do in light of everything that's happening in the world? What should my next steps be? How do I do this? How do I do that?" And sometimes I wonder, we live in the age of information and knowledge. It's at our fingertips everywhere. But it seems that there's never enough for folks to make an actual choice. And one of the reasons being is that everybody is only looking for these external signals. What's happening in the world? What are other people doing? What's this person doing? Should I do this next or that next? And folks are not tuning in. This is showtime in human history. It's showtime in human history. We have been a slave species on sort of an open space plantation here, right? And now it's showtime in terms of enough people have raised their consciousness high enough and have realized enough things that they know they don't want to exist like that any longer. They want to go into liberation mode. And the opportunity now exists to do that, but it isn't something that's out there ready-made for you. It's not something that just happens for you. It's something that you got to do. And you got to tune within and really start hearing your own answers and have your own connection to the Creator and hear what is being shown to you and told to you. Because ultimately, think about it. Everyone has existed in sort of the way that what they were taught, what they were programmed with, what teachers told them, what parents, everybody told them, that's what they were doing throughout their lives. That's how they lived their lives. And now there's a realization that this isn't working. But instead of tuning in and asking, what is it actually? Where's my life leading me? Where's my intuition leading me? They're again asking other people what they should do, which, how does that replace anything? I'm always surprised that, folks like David Icke have been around for like 35 years writing books and speaking, and every single time people call him out and say, well, what is the solution? What is the solution? Well, he's provided many solutions. However, why do you go and ask the guy for a solution? Why do you want him to fix your life? Why do you want anyone to fix your life or give you a ready-made solution? Why the fuck can you not figure this out for yourself? Like, why can't you tune in and listen to what your spirit is telling you and actually act like a sovereign, like a self-actualized being, like someone who owns themselves, And so, So you're going to make mistakes. Boo-hoo, we all make mistakes. What's the problem? So you're going to, maybe do something wrong and then you can figure it out and do it better the next time. It's like people are paralyzed, either afraid of making the wrong choice or afraid of not having enough, or, the worst thing that you can do is do nothing at all, which is a choice as well. Take the first step, wherever that leads you. Do what you can with what you have where you are. It's showtime, and it's actually good news, folks. Like, let's spread the happy news. It's showtime because we have reached a point of critical mass. Critical mass meaning enough people realize they actually have a choice. They do not have to exist in the slave system. They don't have to, keep feeding this anti-human parasitic system that uses us as its battery. We don't have to do that any longer because we realize, we see things with real eyes, and which, sorry for the sunglasses, but I woke up with a swollen eye this morning. And so this is the beautiful thing about now. However, there's no freaking highway out there that you can just take and it's going to lead you perfectly to your destination. No, this is a bumpy journey, and it's exciting. It's exciting to take these new steps. It's exciting to, climb a hill and realize you can do it and reach a goal, and then a next goal and a next goal, whatever those are in your life, But what I can say is, as much as people fear what is coming and they fear this digital control grid and AI control system, I get that that's unsettling, but that was coming, always coming. If you paid attention to how technologies were developing, to how governments were using them to what the intentions always were, this is no surprise whatsoever. What you're watching are actually just turf wars over who's going to be in charge of those systems. This is what you're watching. It's not, nobody's against these systems. It's just who's going to be on top of the pyramid. That's what the conflicts are about. And frankly, I really don't give a shit anymore. What I care about is, what are freedom-loving, spirited, self-actualized beings that know who they truly are? What are they doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, how are you living? What are you fostering? What are you pulling into experience? What ignites your fire? What makes you realize that all of this is one big illusory game, always has been? And the only thing that really keeps it going is your belief that it is real and true. But then you go out and you walk in your bare feet in the grass, and you touch plants, and you eat the fruit from a tree, not from a shelf that's traveled thousands of miles on a ship and been treated with God knows how many chemicals. But you actually eat the fresh fruit, and you breathe the fresh air, and you watch a bird soar up in the sky, like, you know, and you realize this is the fabric of it all, right? This is the ether. This is the plasma. This is the cosmos. This is everything bound together, and it's an unbelievable, beautiful force. That's what we're a part of. That's what we need to tune into. So, you know, it's really showtime, and those who can't overcome their addiction to comfort and convenience and the latest and the newest and the stupidest, well, they're just going to walk right into the abyss, and that is okay. Ultimately, there's nothing to fear there either, because once you have passed that threshold into the abyss, you're just going to do it again, and you know, probably seize another opportunity. But then there's others who just don't want to be part of that cycle anymore. That recycling, always the same, always, you know, more karma, more crap. That want to jump off the wheel and become these beautiful co-creators that we were always designed to be, and that we were taken out of, seduced into a slave existence. I don't even want to put blame on anyone any longer, or anything like that. It's just hear what your spirit tells you, and living that, as long as you don't harm anyone or anything, you know, you're good to go. This is what we're called to do, I believe. This is showtime, Team Humanity. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for the beautiful rebels, you know, the renegades, the folks that just go, no, I'm not having this any longer, and there's a different path for me, and I'm gonna figure it out now.
Your environment shapes everything, your thoughts, your health, your energy, but most people never question the invisible field they live in. We did, and that's when FLFE found us. It's not a product, it's a field of pure life force energy that lifts everything it touches. We now live in it 24/7, and we would love to invite you to experience it too. Start your free 15-day trial now. No pressure, no strings attached. Just the truth, resonance, and peace.